So, I did my first drawing study in like weeks, and I'm super excited about it, and I'm going to share it with you guys. For those of y'all who don't know, I've been kind of working on my maps and my books for the past couple weeks, and it's my dog, and I haven't really had the time to artistically create without any strings attached, which is something that I love to do, and I think that it's absolutely necessary as artists that we like just participate in drawing studies. So yesterday when I was at work, we were waiting for the sun to go down. I had a couple hours to kill, and I haven't been bringing my sketchbook to work just because I finished this map. I finished my map. It's super freaking good. It's sick. I'm getting it scanned today, but I was just terrified that I was going to spill something on it. I was going to get like coffee or mud on it or something. So I haven't been taking my sketchbook to work just because I don't want to mess it up. And I had 2 hours to kill yesterday, and I didn't have any pieces of paper, which is a very rare occurrence for me. So I just found a notepad, and I started drawing. And I needed it. I really freaking needed it. I forgot, like, in the short span that I haven't been drawing creatively, I forgot how much I absolutely need it for just, like, my sanity. So I grinded it out. We had to go back to work, and then when we got off at work at, like, 2 a.m., I went to one of the bars off post, and I just finished it up. And it's cool. I really like it. Like, it's nothing crazy. It definitely doesn't, like, display all of my technical proficiency. It doesn't, like, but it was fun. I was just doing it while I was hanging out with my buddies, having, like, just locked in conversation. And the more I drew it, the more I kind of receded from the conversation just to focus on the piece, because there was something going on here, and I wanted to talk to you guys about it, because I don't know, I might turn it into a poem, or I might write some narrative about this drawing, because I just wasn't really expecting it to go the way that it did, and I really enjoy it. So this is the drawing in question. This is my drawing study from yesterday. It was done in 2 sittings. It took me probably like 3.5 hours total time. And usually what I do with a drawing study like this is I will start kind of bottom right, bottom left of the corner, or of the piece, and I will work my way top left or top right. And so that's what I did for this piece. And I thought that the hero, the protagonist of the story, was going to be this little astronaut. He's the first thing I drew. I drew a little astronaut. Like, I'm not allowed to have any references in my drawing studies, so I'm not actually super, like, intimately familiar with what astronauts look like, but I just was like, yeah, like, sure, it's a freaking astronaut. Like, I kind of got there. And I was like, yeah, so it's going to be an astronaut, and he's going to be exploring. He's going to be exploring space. Like, that was the premise of, like, sure, that's what we'll draw. But then the more, like, my pen hit the paper, I realized that that's not where we were going with this. It was really when I started drawing the moon. And when I started drawing the moon, I kind of realized that no, the moon is the hero of this story. The moon is our main character. And the more that this piece kind of evolved, I decided that no, this isn't an astronaut that's exploring the universe. This is an astronaut that's making his way home. And the way that I've imagined it is like this astronaut, he's come home, he's from a very long adventure, he's explored the entire galaxy, only to see that his own galaxy is now in decay. Now it's slipping into the void. And the moon, who has grown old with this astronaut, he's seen this astronaut since he's been born, living in his little lighthouse up here. I don't know why the astronaut lives in a lighthouse, but guess what? He does. He knows that this astronaut's going to be coming back, and he sees this galaxy in decay, and he can feel the planets being ripped apart from a black hole, maybe? I didn't have a reference for a black hole, so this is my, like, no other art supplies and no reference for a black hole. That's what we came up with. But he sees all this happening, and he's just basically, the moon is just desperately holding himself together so that the astronaut can see his home one more time. And, like, I think it can go a couple ways from that, but, like, we have I guess a moon bridge to the moon. Sure, I don't, like I said, I didn't put a whole lot of thought into this piece before I did it. And then this, like, rope bridge back to the astronaut's house. And it was kind of sad because in my mind it was just either the moon is desperately holding itself together so that the astronaut can spend a few more seconds in his home before they're all ripped away. Or maybe the astronaut can gather his belongings and escape, but the moon can't go anywhere. It's the freaking moon. He's gone. He's just holding himself together, his one last-ditch effort to provide his service for this astronaut one more time. And that's basically what the piece evolved into. I think that it's fun. I think that it's a fun little drawing study. It's very rare now that I do drawing studies where I don't assign a narrative to whatever it is that I'm drawing. But it's just, I think that it's so healthy for me because I am an author and I'm an artist. So like those two like symbiotic relationships with artistic endeavors really, really compete within my head fairly often. I think that this is a really productive way of getting that out because like drawing the characters for my books and writing my books is a very, very like large scope. It's the same thing that I'm doing here, over the course of hundreds of iterations of drawings and maps and stuff like that and drafts of my novel. We have like a holistic piece, but it's works that span years, if not decades of my life, if we're encompassing the series. Whereas this is just a little story that took me a couple hours to come up with, and it just evolved as I drew, which at its core is how I started writing. That's how my books started. And like maybe I won't write a narrative about this, but like I'll always have this piece just on stupid little line paper. It's got a freaking crease in it, and like it'll go with all of my other pieces because it's no better or worse than the rest of them. It was a fun little drawing study. And like I'll probably like the evolution of this channel is definitely like I'll turn on my camera and do some drawing studies in real time for you guys so you can like really see my process when I have time and a camera to do that. But I don't know if you're an artist. I don't know how many artists actually watch my videos. I have really no clue who my audience is, all 15 of you, but drawing studies are very, very important, and I've really been missing them. Just since I've been like doing all of the technical stuff for this book. So, yeah, drawing study. The moon holding himself together for an astronaut. Yep, that's pretty much it. That's what we got for today. Yep.